Welcome to Fox Gem. I'm Terry, and in these videos you're going to see Marco learning how to use a scratch board so that we can take care of his nails while we condition him to a dremel. You can make your own scratch board, you can buy them prefab on the internet, but use a high grit paper. I'm using 180 in these videos. Do you remember how enthusiastic Freddie was about the scratch board? Yeah, there it is. Well, this is Marco, and this is his first time seeing a scratch board. He's curious. I'm going to touch that. Mark, treat. Oh, I'm going to touch it again because it got me a treat. Here, watch him just kind of waving his paw. In the beginning, all I'm really doing is taking advantage of the fact that the puppy likes to wave his paw at things, at me, at whatever he's interested in. Now here it looks like he's having a good time and he's playing with me, but actually what's happening is he's disengaging from the scratch board because he got a little confused, and that's fine. So I let him disengage, I let him come over and check in with me in his own way, and we stopped for a little bit. We practiced just like that for 2 days, a couple of times a day for about 3 or 4 minutes each time. So at this point, he's still targeting the board, but look, he's scratching purposefully. How did we get him to do that? It's actually pretty easy. So when he scratches at the board, I might withhold a treat and withhold a mark after the first scratch. And what that will do is it gets him to be a little more enthusiastic about his scratching. You'll see that right here. He scratches once, I give him a treat. Then he picks up his paw, he scratches again, and I don't mark right away, and I got 3 scratches that time. Now there, he accidentally hit my hand, so I just ignored it. There, he hit the board, mark and treat. Now you can see him getting a little more enthusiastic. As I withhold the treat and I withhold the mark on the first scratch, he does it again. He repeats the behavior that got him what he wanted, which was the treat. So now we have some pretty purposeful scratching at the board. Now that he's intentionally scratching instead of just targeting and climbing onto it, it's time to really take into consideration the angle of the board and the angle that the puppy comes in so his nails get shaved down correctly and appropriately. So instead of approaching from the front, the puppy is approaching from the side, and that means that the outside nails are being addressed and the outside part of the middle nails are being addressed. Then you can just toss a treat out, and if you need to lure him to come in on the other side, you can do that. And there you see the opposite nails are now being addressed. Now it's time to do those back nails. But don't be intimidated, it's easier than you think. The shaping concept is the same, but what we're going to do is put the board up against something. You can use a step, stairs in your house, and you're going to have him come up over the board and lean into the treat. What you'll see is you'll see him leaning into the treat, and when his back foot accidentally touches the board, you mark, and that's where the shaping is the same. Here it is again after about 2 or 3 tries of him accidentally hitting it with and getting a mark and a treat, and now he's starting to purposefully touch that board with his back foot. You can see that it's quite intentional, and the shaping here is the same. When he starts scratching with that foot, you mark your treat. I'd say the most important part of this whole process is patience on your part. So I hope this has helped you a little bit. You can always shoot me a note with questions, and in the meantime, don't forget that training should be fun.